Hi guys, I might have cut that a little bit short, but I'm okay with it. I'm Sirken. It's Monday night. We're late. We're super late, but I feel like it's been so long that no one expected it at a certain time anyway. Right out the gate, I'm gonna say trap lives matter. So please don't. I don't want any kind of fucking hate speech. That's one. I'm gonna try more not to curse this evening. I feel like I've been cursing too much. I don't like it. I'm joined by people this evening. I'm joined by wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people. Um, Llandris, say hello. You're here.
Hello.
Tell these people. No, that's good enough for now. No, I lied. Tell them who you are real quick in like 3 sentences or less.
Okay. I'm Landris, senior guide here. That's it.
That's good. That's a good job. Braknar.
Yo,
We have a Braknar. Who are you?
another senior guide here, P99.
That's A plus. We're gonna get into more depth answers later. Don't worry. But and then finally we have Tupakk. Hmm.
Back
Say
from the
hello.
dead.
It sounded weird saying that the first that just came out of my mouth. Say hello. Tell these people who you are very briefly.
I'm Tupakk. I am nobody in this channel. Also the leader of Dialport and various other things around the server.
Well, thanks all of you guys for joining me. I know some of you guys had super short notice, Braknar and Landers. Tupakk, thanks for dealing with me. Is the best way I could summarize that. Uh, so you said I'm just gonna start with you because you're new here. The other guys have been here before. You said you were the guild leader of Dialport.
I am.
Have you always been the guild leader of Dialport?
I have not. I am the third leader of Dialport. The first one was Kodiak. The second one was Supremacy Drew. And now it is me, Jax, who is online right now, which is Jaxe. And Eslin, which I don't remember how to spell his name. We just call him Ez. So between the three of us, we run, I think we're sitting at 1,400 plus members in the guild. And we have recorded on our forums 999 members. So, yeah, I think we're doing pretty good.
Are you saving that 1,000th member spot for somebody special, or is it just first come first
No,
serve?
it was just happenstance. Yeah, we didn't really plan for that, but we'll always take an honorary member, Braknar.
How do you know I haven't already infiltrated the guild?
Oh shit!
Trust me, if you were in my guild, I would know.
You don't know. He could be super sneaky.
He could be super sneaky,
Needle in a haystack.
but there are things that we do in Dialport that only Dialport people know. And
Bullshit. All you guys do in Dialport is port people and blacklist burrito. Those are the only two things that you guys do, and you know
fucking
that.
burrito.
I'm sorry. I'm amused to shit when I see some of because he streams his tells, and so I see the conversations he has with people in Dialport, and they are just absolutely priceless sometimes.
Yeah, I don't watch burrito anymore. He's lost my interest.
Really? Is it because he cut the hair?
No, he cut his hair. Oh my god. No, it's because he made fucking dial-a-dads.
I mean, well, what's the deal? You feel like you own the word dial? You don't mind healthy competition? First there was Pizza Hut, and then there was Papa John's. First there was Uber, and then there was Lyft. First there was
Yeah.
Dialport, now there's Dial-a-Dad.
No, there is no dial-a-dads because dial-a-dads doesn't dial a port.
I
They
mean,
just steal the name.
So it was Dial a Guide actually for a while that I created.
Yeah, there's been God, I can't tell you how many people's wrote our coattails. We have from the start Dial a Corpse, Dial a Res, which I actually liked Dial a Res. The leader was pretty cool. There was Dial a DZ, who DZ just did it to be a dick. And then now there's Dial a Dad.
Huh.
So, and me and Braknar have gone back and forth about the word dial many, many times. That's the other reason why I know he's not in Dialport, because he would endorse the fact that we should only own Dial and only us own Dial. So that's what I got to say to that.
Maybe he just doesn't feel any guild gets to own a word.
True. True.
Maybe he's not a loyal guildie. Maybe he's just there sucking information out.
That's possible, but we don't really talk about a whole lot in guild chat, so.
That's fine. We've also infiltrated your other things. Braknar has all the things. That's what he does.
Uh-huh.
He infiltrates.
Sneaky, sneaky.
He's a sneaky guy. So, do any of these guilds actually... oh, wait, time out. Is teleport still a thing?
Teleport and Uber ports are still a thing, although they're really small.
Uber
So-
ports? I never even heard of them.
Yeah. Uber ports. I see. I can't remember. Princess Leia owns one of them. I don't remember if it's teleport or if it's Uber ports. And then Potato Ball for a while, I think, owned one of them, but now Potato Ball is in Petit Pafilo, or however the fuck you say that. I don't know.
Is that supposed to be a guild name?
Yeah, it's their guild name.
I have a feeling you might be saying it wrong.
Probably. Yeah. Actually, there's somebody.
Somebody should make one named Lift.
There you go. No, it is. It's Petit Portfolio. I was close. There's a wizard, Tsika. You might be able to ask her. I don't know. Like I said, Potato Ball used to run one of them, but yeah, those were healthy competitions. They tried, they failed, but they didn't try to use my name. I shouldn't say mine, our name, as a way to make progress. Because obviously nobody is as good as Dialport.
Like a guild now called Dial Apart.
What do they do?
Nothing, they just port, but it looks so similar, nobody would notice.
Haircuts.
Haircuts.
Oh, shit. Alright. Alright, Tupakk, I gotta ask. When did you find this place and how'd you start playing here?
Oh god, it was so long ago.
I know, but those are the best stories.
I don't even know how long I've been playing this. Let's see. Oh, that's not the right thing. Let's see. Played. Afeni has been playing for 1,337 days. What's that come out to?
I wouldn't trust the playtime on P99.
Well, it's a rough estimate. 2.8, so 3 years has been Afeni, and we'll add a year for Tupakk, so 4 years. God, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I found it on YouTube, and then from YouTube I just went at it.
I mean, speaking of YouTube, do you Michael Shenanigans?
Oh, I love him. All of his things. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten drunk and just decided to say YOLO and just play all of his in what I feel is the correct order, but I'm sure it's not the right order.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he has them in a playlist, and you can just go with the order that he has them in.
Yeah, but that's just letting it do it for you.
I know, it's much less work than whatever you're doing. But you get to watch him grow as an artist if you watch it in the chronological order of release.
Yeah, his first video had like 4 or 5 of Dial-A-Port pictures in the collage as he was talking about it. That's pretty cool.
I mean, if he's in the tunnel, oh my god, are you talking about the Druid video? Is there a Druid video? I don't know.
Well,
There's a scene where he just shows
there's a scene where there's a bunch of druids, and it's a lot of my older members, like, who don't even play anymore, some of them, or have, like, moved on and, like, shelved their druids. So, are you being sneaky? You are being sneaky. You would
What?
at least turn hide off.
Am I not hiding?
No, you're not. Well, you're not hiding on stream.
Oh, I didn't even know you were here. I ran here from the tunnel, and I saw
I
people,
know.
so I stopped.
Well, you are at the druid rings.
But so? I'm allowed to be here. 6, 5, 7, 5. Whoop.
There it is.
I mean, I'm streaming, so there's literally proof that I just did nothing that I shouldn't have been doing. I'm just changing myself into a gnome and running away. Nothing wrong with that at all. Boom, boom. So, Tupakk?
Yes.
You said YouTube. I'm super sorry. And then I got distracted by Michael's shenanigans. Braknar, Llandris, either one of you. Both of you, actually, but not at the same time. Do you guys know about Michael's shenanigans?
No.
You don't. You have no idea what I'm
wow.
talking about right now.
No
Oh.
Wait, is that
He makes
Craddock.
EverQuest videos?
videos together? Oh yeah.
Yes. Braknar.
He's awesome.
Braknar, do you know?
Craddock in game.
Is someone... Llandris, are you typing things?
New.
No. Okay. Because it sounds like you might be. Alright, well, I'm not going to link it to people right now because I'm in the middle of a thing. But I will say, Michael Shenanigans, EverQuest Mysteries, YouTube, look that up. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, it's one of the best ways you could spend 10 minutes of your day. So do that. Definitely do that. Puts a good amount of effort into those videos, and I can't talk about them and laugh about them because Braknar hasn't seen them.
That's sad.
It's
Sorry.
sad. It's fine. Llandris,
I'll add it to the list.
I'm gonna link it to you privately and make you watch it. It's gonna be homework. I'm gonna ban your goddamn accounts until you watch his videos.
How to appreciate P99 more.
It's gonna be required staff viewing material. All the new guides are gonna be subject to watch the videos. We should have new guides coming on hopefully soon. That's something I'm kind of excited about. Llandris.
Oh, really?
Yeah, hold on. I'm not talking to you anymore. I'm done with you. Llandris, I was listening to I was skimming through some of the YouTube things that I have put on the YouTube, and the last time you were on, I asked you a very wonderful question, and I said, Llandris, how long have you been on stream? How long have you been on staff? And you're like, 7 months. And you sounded
Wow.
so like bright and hopeful and full of energy and like power to change things. And now, even in the few words I've heard you say, all that's gone. And I feel you're closer to how I was then than you were then. And
No way, man.
no?
Really?
I mean,
Do I sound dark and depressed?
not dark and depressed. You're not all emo kidding it, but I feel the weight of the salty tears has started to broken through the shell. I feel Braknar too. Not just you. I feel both of you have succumbed a little bit to the dark side.
We're
And-
seasoned now.
Is that
Seasoned
what we call
vets.
it? Seasoned.
Like, I'm getting the league minimum right now, the veteran minimum.
Oh, don't worry. I'm getting the maximum. It's not much more than you're making. So I gotta ask, because it has been a minute. It's not 7 months anymore. How long have you been on staff?
It was 2 years in October.
2 years in October. We've come so far together. I feel like I've
know,
watched
right?
you grown up right before my eyes. I remember
I
when
think that
we
was the
were...
last time you streamed.
No, there's been streams. You just don't
Blacker.
watch them.
You
just
do watch them.
I mean, you say that, but I don't know. I haven't seen you here in the last few months at least.
Do not lie. You have been slacking on the streams.
I stream
Braknar,
every
back me
week.
up.
I stream every week, Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern time.
Hmm.
Every week, without fail. Sun or snow or shine or any of the things.
Well, you failed to send out invites. Are we not cool
What?
enough to be on your stream?
But, I mean, maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. It's been a super secret, like, underground elite stream for like 7 people. I'm streaming under a new name, Sirken the Fourth.
Yeah,
They
you
don't
are
know
the fourth,
this. Yeah, they don't know this because we were talking about it before the stream started. But I'm not actually the first Sirken. I'm the fourth Sirken. We just cycle through the names and we get new people. Old people burn out, new people come in, and as they get promoted, we don't promote their actual guide character. We just give them the login credentials of the former person. I'm the 4th Sirken. This is the 2nd Llandris, and this is the 3rd Braknar. This is actually the first time we've ever voice talked together. It's real good.
We really should do that, though. That would be hilarious.
It would fuck people up. They would talk to people and be like, man, Sirken is so different than he was a year ago. I don't even know. It's like he's a completely different person. He doesn't even remember conversations we had. People would catch on, I think. Some of our community are some frighteningly well internet form detectives.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan of that.
Tinfoil hats are more than just tinfoil hats, I'll tell you that.
I don't stream, so people still think that I'm Swish.
Don't
I have to
lie.
keep playing that along.
You are Swish. Just
Right.
Yeah,
just admit
This
it.
is my American accent.
Well, it's a very good accent, sir.
You've
Very
definitely been putting some work into it, and it shows, and I'm proud of you.
I'm like Rick from The Walking Dead.
good. I don't know who that is, but okay.
It's one of the main dudes. That's all you need to know.
And he's British. Except
But-
in the show, he's American.
Yeah, he is. Sorry, go ahead.
Is he the officer?
Yes.
Hi, chat room people. I haven't been paying attention to you, and I'm super sorry for that. I will say, hi to Octo Wisp. Happy Thanksgiving. Friday's it's doing things. It's going well. Nope, it's not Friday. Look, everything's worse than I thought. But what I'm trying to tell people is, if you do an @Sirken or an @Braknar or Llandris or even Tupakk, there's a better chance of it getting attention from me, and I'll see it. So if you want me to see it, do that. If you have questions, ask your questions, and me or Braknar or Llandris, or possibly Tupakk, will answer your question. And hi to everyone who's here. Cleric Morn, whatever, and Zenrasa, and Memo, and Mestema, and even Llandris. Hi, Llandris. Norova, and Sonderbeast, and Octowisp. Octowisp is a P99 streamer. You guys check him out and follow him. I don't know where... Oh, that's another thing we're going to talk about, is where the hell did all the P99 streamers go? There used to be so many, and now I see, like, 2, 3 at most.
2 good ones.
It's rough. See, I can't say good ones, because then people are like, oh, who's the good ones? And if I start talking about who I like, then they're like, oh, Sirken doesn't think I'm good. And then they get all pissy with me, and it's a whole thing. Everybody's just wonderful.
Well, luckily you have me, who has opinions and voices them with no regard
A+.
whatsoever.
So serious Dark Rice for Llandris, it has been more than 7 months. It's been, God, a little over 2 years. But the last time he was on stream, it was 7 months. That's what I was trying to say, but I was saying it like a retarded person, so I understand if you didn't get it correctly. Akinsenu is great to see your... Akinsenu's a saint and a scholar. You guys should follow him too. He's, honest to God, one of the best Twitch streamers I've ever seen in my entire life. And he does giveaways all the time, but you have to be a follower to his channel in order to win those giveaways. I could be wrong on this. I think he gave away an Xbox last time. But definitely go to his channel, hit the follow button. Yeah, that's good enough. Llandris, I know you answered this 1.5 years ago, but why'd you join the staff?
Because I wanted to help people. Not really, I'm just kidding.
I don't want that bullshit answer. I want the real answer.
That's not a real answer. That's totally not real. Well, I've been a player here since 2011.
Mhm.
And a couple years... Actually, I apped to be a guide, like, in 2014. And I randomly bumped my thread, like, I guess 2.5 years ago. And you're like, hey, are you still interested? It's like, sure. I'm not doing anything. Nothing going on over here. And yeah,
Were you
definitely
expecting
like doing it.
were you expecting the bump to get any kind of reply from any staff members, or was it just kind of like a we'll just do this to do it kind of thing?
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was just that. And yeah, once I started, definitely enjoy doing it. Um, you know, donating lots of free time to the project. Um, I like the management that goes for project manager and all the way down. Just definitely enjoy doing it.
Well, not to praise you too much, but I think we're all very lucky to have you here. You're
Oh,
one of the
thank you.
people that are actually pretty good at this, and you've been here for 2 years without getting thrown off for being a scumbag, which really is a feat all in itself.
No, it really is.
It really is. When you look at the history of P99, 2 years without scumbaggery, you deserve some kind of special medal, sir.
I do. I don't want one though. Actually, I have a medal. I have a 1 year of service medal that I need to be
Yeah,
need to be upgraded to 2 years.
You need to do the quest turn in to get that 2 year medal.
You think it'll actually get you up to level 60?
It might,
It might ding them. It might help them level. Oh man, I'm so sorry that I'm doing that to you, Llandris. It just makes me giggle
Nah.
every time. I can't help it.
It's actually
Uh,
asking me, why are you not at 60? Why are you randomly 57?
do you tell them it's because you can't find XP groups because the hardcore raiders have their foot on the neck of the server, and under their oppression, you're unable to experience any content whatsoever, even leveling to 60?
That is 100% my answer. No, it's usually that Sirken likes to mess with me, so.
Like, Sirken's a piece of shit. That's why I'm not level 60.
You could always mess with him back and like turn him into a fairy whenever he's visible.
See, I seen
Yeah.
him pop in CS home, and I went invisible right away. I'm on to him. I've done battle with other staff members before. We have weird, interesting battles with illusions and timeout rings and...
Doesn't that fairy like lock you in place too?
No, you have to do those separately.
Oh.
But it's always
I remember-
fun to turn someone into a fairy and then
What
freeze
was
them
it?
there.
Braknar was at the G-Face Spires. I can't remember who the other person was. It started with an L, but it wasn't Llandris. There was Leron or Leroy or something like that. Yeah. Leonidas. That's what
There
I
you
called
go.
him.
Leontius.
No, he will forever be Leonidas.
Leontius. He corrected me one time on stream. I'll never forget it. It's
But yeah,
Leontius.
there was a lockout. They fought back and forth for like 10 minutes. And then I think I did something stupid and I got thrown back to WC.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that timeout ring is no joke. It you won't be able to do anything for like 30 minutes.
Hmm.
Oh.
'Cause we can't undo it. Like once you hit it, it's on the timer. You just gotta wait.
Yeah, you can't do anything about it.
Landers, you're in GFA?
Yes, I am. Hold on, reminds me I was doing something.
Will you stay there for a moment? It'll be fine, I promise.
Hey, I'm doing guide stuff right now, so
Uh-huh. Oh,
that sounds like him typing timeout.
no, he's dealing with a
Clackety,
nerd.
clackety, clackety.
Don't
I wonder
worry.
what's going on at GFA.
My keyboard's got your keyboard's back.
I'm actually working over here.
Don't
Why is there a
worry.
level 60 in GFA?
It's like
Womp womp.
cops.
That
I'm your
kid is gonna
cameraman.
get smacked.
Da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Oh man, there was one time. Oh my god, the stupid thing's in the way on my keyboard. There was one time when I very first started streaming, we were watching a kid who was doing bad things, and right before we got him, I started playing the Cops theme song, and then the people who own that song copyright claimed my video. and I realized I could never play the Cops song on my stream again.
I feel sorry for this nerd that you guys are following.
Oh, I feel sorry for this nerd that we're following too.
He's gonna get it. I can feel it.
I mean, he's about to feel it. He's about
Look
to
at
get
that
tag
name.
teamed in a bad kind of way.
That's an awesome name, though.
Mm,
Are those L's or I's? They gotta be L's.
that's
Or
one
one,
eye.
one
that's
I
why
and
I'm here.
L's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all right. That's pretty much what got Braknar's attention, and by Braknar I mean Llandris.
Right.
Right. So Braknar,
Yes.
well, Llandris has a customer over here. Everyone just disappeared. That's fine. Well, Llandris is busy with a customer over here. I'm gonna ask you. How long has it been since you've been on staff, sir?
2.5 years. Which I felt like I was on for longer than 5 months before Llandris, but I guess not.
I don't know exactly. I know you were definitely on before Llandris. I don't
Yes.
remember how long.
April
I think you were
2015.
April. Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
2.5.
Well, do you have a 2-year medal?
Think so. Checked.
Did that son of a bitch just run away? Or did you rename him? Is that what happened? You probably
I
renamed him. I thought he just ran away.
Let's see if we like this name that I gave him.
Do you use a fantasy name generator?
I was gonna say,
started
do you
doing
just
that.
hit the button?
Cannibal
No, I put some
Bob.
thought into this.
Do you have access to the name filter thing?
Yeah.
How does that name even get passed?
It's a work in progress. Don't ask questions.
Clearly, because I made a
like
few
this name.
questionable names in my time.
Somebody kill this man. He's asking too many questions. We can't have that.
Campin' Bob. Jesus,
This is an excellent name. What are you talking
that's even
about?
worse.
His name is Bob, and he likes camping. I don't see what the big deal is.
Dear
I like to get to
Talon.
know my
Oh,
customers.
sorry, dear Talon. Happy Thanksgiving to you, sir. And I don't know where up here is, but it's cold where I am too. Actually, I think I do know where you are. I think there's many lakes in your area, or I'm mixing you up with a different state, and I'm sorry. Sonderbeast wants to know how long to quest mobs hold loot for MQs. I've had a couple problems turning in items out of order, then trying to wait for them to clear their item queue. I've even killed them before it didn't work. How long do I need to wait on Bosch MQ? I'm pretty sure that unless the server resets or somebody comes along and turns in the mob, or I'm sorry, turns in the item, that it just stays on the trade thing. There was one guy who petitioned recently because he messed up an epic turn in. He didn't turn in his hardened clay mixture along with the bowl, and so I told him to just run back over to Ella and see and try to turn it in. And he did, and she gave him his thing, and that was an hour or 2 or 3 later. So
Yeah, it doesn't clear unless you gotta. There's a command to clear out to have the NPCs reload their scripts. So, because killing a mob doesn't reload its script.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to screw with people's MQs.
it is, and that's part of the reason we don't provide any support for multi-questing, because it's just too easy to screw up, and no, just no.
I think like 2 years ago, someone was locking Haddon out of doing that and screwing with everything, like giving them weird amounts of gold and all
the
that fun
gold.
stuff. Yeah, all the gold.
All the
And
gold.
screwing with it.
Honestly, I think we slapped someone with zone disruption for doing that because it was going above and beyond. They were going a little overboard with it.
Oh yeah, like every time he popped, there would be someone just straight up just boom, and then
That might
it
be
just
the guy.
screwed. Yeah, I don't remember his name, but it was all over the forums for probably a good week or so. People getting pissy before anything happened.
Oh, Talon. I actually really do use a fantasy name generator. Like, I'll find one for whatever race the person is, a dark elf, a wood elf, a human, a lizard man, whatever, and set it to the gender they are and pick the one that I can pronounce. Whichever one is the easiest for me to pronounce, that's the name they get.
Name them. I make poor decisions.
I mean, technically, that's a violation of the naming policy, though.
Yeah, you should have seen the names this guy wanted before. I gave him Camp and Bob.
This son of a bitch, other asshole in Kern's Tower, whose name was Die Racial Slur backwards. I was like, I'll give you one chance to pick a new name. And he's like, Dalvin Cook. I was just like, nope. Nope, not happening. So
That guy almost didn't get a second chance.
no, he almost didn't. I was surprised, actually, that he did when I had seen the petition. But, sometimes people get lucky. It's like Spider-Man says, everybody gets one.
Yep.
Or 20.
Hopefully not 20. That doesn't seem like the way it should be, actually. This one. Oh, you look so fucking cute as a gnome with your purple shoes and your green robe. Gnomes are the best.
Yeah, and you look boring, man. It's time to change it up.
This is what Sirken looked like when I created him on the old VZTZ server. Except for his sword is different. I had to use a different weapon here. But this is what he looked like. And so when I made Sirken for P99, I just said F it and summoned the exact same items and made them look all the same and essentially just copied Sirken over to this server. Restocked all the clickies that I used to run around with.
Yeah, why haven't you changed your look in the 20 million years that you've been guiding on this server?
Because I
There's
don't
a lot
like
of
change. Is
Mm.
really what it is. I'm that guy who walked into a Chili's restaurant when he was 12 years old. When, I'm sorry, he was probably 13 years old. It was Michael Jordan's first game back in '95 after his first retirement. And they were playing the Pacers, and I was really upset that we weren't sitting in the bar and I couldn't watch the game. And I ordered chicken crispers, and they were the most amazing thing I've ever had from that restaurant. Or at least in that moment, I thought they were the best thing in the world.
Mhm.
And so every time I've ever gone back to that restaurant, I've only ever ordered that. And I'm sure the fajitas are great, or the burgers are good, and the steaks, and whatever. But I know I like the chicken crispers. I just know it. And so every time, without fail, for the last 20 plus years, I go in that place, I'm ordering chicken crispers. I don't even think about it. And that's just how I am. I don't change. I found something that worked, I liked it, and here we are so many years later. Does that answer your question?
Nah, not really.
Not
But if you
really.
can rattle off your Taco Bell order in less than a mouthful, then I know that you really don't like change.
So they got rid. I used to have 3 Taco Bells within like 10 minutes of my house, and they got rid of all.
That was
of
more
them.
than a mouthful. You're supposed to
Right.
be like,
Oh my god, it was the beef gordita supreme, because that way I would get the fluffy wrapping, but with tomatoes, and so it's better than a regular taco. And I used to get chili cheese burrito, but then the Taco Bell that I go to stopped having the chili cheese burrito.
They
and
like
so
killed
I
that
stopped eating.
nationwide, and it was a tragedy.
See,
Mexican
somebody
elk was the
tried
thing that
telling
they
me.
got rid of.
Someone tried telling me that they never heard of a chili cheese burrito from Taco Bell,
Mm-mm.
and that
I
I was
haven't either.
crazy.
Well, they call them Chilitos.
That's not what I
Ew.
call them.
That just does not sound appetizing at all.
That's what it was on the menu, but it was
Let me
actually
get a
pretty good.
tomato.
Was it a burrito with chili and cheese?
It was amazing.
That sounds amazing. That's what I want. But they took it from me. And then I had a place called Duff Dogs.
What?
Yeah, Duff Dogs. And it was like a burger hot dog place, and they used to deliver, and they had no minimum order.
You want to go to Taco Bell now?
No, hold on. I'm telling you a story about Duff Dogs. We'll go Taco Bell later. But they would deliver nachos and milkshakes to me. And that's the most amazing thing in the world. I hate this zone. I'm done with Cebalus.
Okay, what are you doing there?
I was essentially running in circles like an asshole. Is pretty much
You
all I'm
can
doing.
come and hang out at Jack's tree with me instead of running around.
Is that in West Commons? Where are you?
Yes, it's in West Commons. That's the only tree next to the Druid Rings that looks amazing.
Oh, god damn it.
You'll see it.
Chupa Gaming, hello, sir. It's good to see you here. It's good to have you here. So, Braknar, I keep getting distracted. Why did you join staff?
Just well, in general, I kind of generally like to be behind the scenes.
So you're a sneak thief.
I've been less of that, just like I kind of, most people want to just eat a sausage, and I often want to see how the sausage is made, and occasionally maybe help make the sausage.
You know how many different jokes people can make with that, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
But less from this group of people.
Sausage is great.
A plus. So are you happy? Was it a good decision? Do you regret it? Are you looking for a way out? Are you Shawshanking your way through the wall right now?
No, it's overall been a great decision. I mean, I've definitely enjoyed my time here. Enjoy it.
That's good. How do you feel about your fellow staff members? Maybe people like Llandris or Sirken.
Fuck those guys.
Fuck those guys, huh?
And he gets to say that because he's behind the scenes. No repercussions.
No, yeah, I like working with, or working. It's not really working. Interacting with everybody.
It's work. Don't kid yourself.
It is, but I hate I always hate drawing the parallels between
I've seen the things you
staff
do.
work.
It's not your job, but it's definitely work.
Yes.
It takes effort and patience. Oh, someone's porting away? I don't care. I'm just sitting by this tree. Llandris was here, but he left me all alone.
Yeah, unhide for a second.
Doing more guide stuff.
Unhide.
Oh shit, should we go spy on Llandris? Should we go watch him do secret guide things? I think we should.
Yeah, just make sure you're in Viz.
I'm always in Viz. I'm like
right?
Braknar.
Don't ruin this for me, Sirken.
As Llandris is trying to catch somebody, Sirken just shows up. Hey guys!
Hi guys, I'm here.
Hey, I'm the server GM, guys.
How are you? Oh, I think I know what you're doing.
Yes, I will be here for a little while.
Alright, well, I'm not gonna hang out here.
Tupak's testing somebody.
We're just... Look,
Something like that.
we're showing the top 10 places to live and visit and dine in Norrath. And number 10 is this little shack here. They serve fresh piranhas from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And they have a discount for senior citizens and children. So bring the whole family.
So, Sirken, when did you get the HD package?
So you don't watch my stream either.
I
the
try
thing.
to.
I have made no changes to my P99 in years.
Hacks.
Zero changes. Well, no, I'm not saying the whole time.
I'm looking at.
I've been on P99 for staff for 6 years. I'm just saying somewhere in there I updated my texture things, and I don't know when it is, but it was pretty early on. So they've been this way for a long time. Which is why I accused you of not watching my stream. I'm not.
Most of the time when I'm watching the stream, I'm in chat. I'm not really watching what you're doing, unless, of course, you read by something that is pretty obvious.
I feel like nothing I do is pretty obvious. I'm a master of subtlety. I'm like a shiny beacon of subtleness. People stand in awe at how subtle I am. They're like, God damn, I wish I could be subtle like that. We should build a statue to really note how subtle this guy is. How he's just so far above everyone else when it comes to that.
Because all of that talking is completely subtle.
Humble, too. Humble, too. Both statues going to be right next to each other. I can't have two plaques on one statue. That's for fucking peasants. But 2 statues, 1 plaque on each. That's how we're doing it. And I feel good about that.
Moving along. What did you do today?
Oh man. I was verbally abused at my. I was verbally abused a little bit this afternoon. I
Yes.
I dealt with a dispute between two guilds on the
Oh,
P99 server. Yes, I did.
yeah. And what two guilds were that?
Those were the fine guilds of Paradox and Europa.
Oh, sounds like fun. What were they disputing about?
Well, see, here's the thing. That gets into me discussing a petition publicly, so I can't exactly reveal the contents of that. But if you know because you were involved in some way, I would love to hear you say what the petition contents may have been about.
Yeah, I'll play the fifth on that one. But we could be subtle about it.
Okay. There was two guilds that one guild thought a certain thing about the rating should be one way, and another guild thought it should be a different way. And then we sat down and we worked it out.
And did they come to a mutual agreement, or did one guild cave over the other?
No, they came to an agreement. I threw
That's
a couple
good.
of things out there for them to, like, what my suggestions off the top of my head would be. And then they threw out some things and thoughts of their own. And then they were like, I can do this. And the other one was like, I can do this too. And that was that. Click, clack, hammer on the table. Court was adjourned. And everyone went home happy. I mean, maybe not super thrilled, but everyone went home, which is the best result from anything in court.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
So what else did you do? Because that wasn't as entertaining.
What
as
else did
thought it
I
was gonna
do?
be.
I messed around with some petitiony things. I cursed the football gods for what they did to my butthole on Sunday. I finished writing my weekly write-up because most of the games are already decided, so I don't need to wait for Monday Night Football. But I can't post it until Tuesday, which is fine. But
You still do that fantasy stuff?
oh yes.
Yeah.
We were looking good. Lost the last two games. Gonna fall from second to sixth, I think.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's not
That
good.
is not good.
It's not good.
That's
It's
not good at all.
Gonna be 6-5. That's not where we want to be. 6-3 was much better than 6-5. And so the rest of the division is shit. There's gonna be a 7-4. There's gonna be a couple 6-5s, and there's gonna be a couple 5-6s.
Big money pots or just for fun?
First place is $1,000.
That's not bad.
And you get the big trophy for a year with your name on it, and you get a little trophy that you keep forever.
Nice. So is this kind of like a league situation?
It's definitely a league situation.
No, like the TV show.
Kind of. We even kind of have a taco. Like we have a guy that's like 2-9.
Taco?
No, but he did win the league one year, and
Oh, God.
he won in 2009, and it was legit. This kid, there were weeks where like he had guys in there that were hurt, sometimes guys on bye weeks, and just he won enough to get into the playoffs, and then he's like, oh, I'll pay attention, and then he force gumped his way into the championship, and he won, and oh, that was rough. I came in third or fourth place. I think he beat me. I think he knocked me out of the playoffs. And I just couldn't believe my life. If I had a strong enough ceiling fan, I wouldn't be here today. Is basically what I'm trying to say. Like that one hurt. That one really that ended my chance of a three-peat too, because I had won 07-08, and so I was going for the three-peat, and I basically lost it to Taco.
Damn shame.
I refer to him usually as Forrest Gump, but I guess the taco thing works. Oh, it hurts me to think about, actually. It's all right, though. It's all right. We won in 2010, and we won in 2014. Now we just need to win one more. Then we got 5. Then we're superstars.
So you really like football then, huh?
I have been known to nerd out over the football a little bit. I've been slacking, though. Admittedly, I've been really slacking these last, 2 or 3 seasons. And I don't know it like I used to know it. But I try to fake it just with the knowledge that I have learned over the years. So that's where I'm at. Braknar, Llandris, either you guys fantasy football people?
I do play.
Well, I guess that's a no.
You know, I do have a hockey team that's like, I want to say 5 miles from my house, and I do not care for hockey at all. But I live in South Florida. Nobody likes hockey.
Hockey
Ew.
shouldn't exist where you don't have
Yeah.
natural ice in the winter.
Nobody likes hockey in Florida.
People like hockey.
Maybe in Tampa.
Tampa's weird. Although their football team does have a giant pirate ship in the stands. And I think that's amazing. If I was going to build a stadium, you pretty much bet that there'd be a pirate ship. Tupakk, do you know all the people in your guild?
Do you really want me to list off 1,400 people one by one?
No, I don't need a list. I'm just asking if you
He
know
obviously
them.
doesn't if he thinks I'm not in his guild.
Right.
I mean, I can tell you some of the current ones. I could tell you some of the older ones, but the people that really keep to themselves, I let them keep to themselves. I don't really bug or push. Unless you're doing something wrong, you don't really talk to me unless you want to be involved in the guild. So, also, if anybody's interested and in Davenport and is a current member and likes Davenport, we are looking for new officers. Just a little shout out there.
Isn't like half or like 90% of your guild officers?
I was just going to ask that.
Okay, so yes.
Pulled up the guild list. It's like everybody is an officer.
Yes. So just because you are an officer in the guild doesn't mean you are an officer of the guild. So
You see how that can be confusing to people, though.
yeah, the reason everybody knows this. I don't know why you guys don't know this. Also, another reason why none of you are.
This is why we have infiltrated your guild. We need the information. Braknar is extracting as much as he can, but he's one guy. He can only do so much when you got 999 people.
On one list, 1,400 total. So yeah, everybody is an officer because the best way to keep a guild sitting at 1,400 members is to be able to always be inviting somebody. So all you need to do is to be in front of me and have Dialeport as your guild status, and you will get Guild Invite O, which allows you to invite other people. It's kind of like a pyramid scheme where one person invites one person and then another person invites 3 people and those 3 people invite 9 people and then so on and so forth, and you get 1,400 people.
I mean, do people have to pay like union dues and shit? Like, how does that work?
No, it's the big question that everybody asks. No, you don't have to pay dues. There is always some form of kickback donation game that we do once a year in order to fund a few projects. The most current thing that we are doing is funding for a cleric epic that we already bought. Bought it from Aftermath. Shout out. We got it for 43K. Don't expect that ever. So that was pretty cool of whoever we bought it from. No offense. We talked to a lot of people. So I don't really remember your name. I wasn't the one that bought it. I didn't do any of the running. So that's all on somebody else. But nonetheless, the guy was out of Aftermath and we got it on the cheap. So that was pretty cool. So yeah. We got a game possibly, maybe coming up in the near future. So if you're in Dialeport, look for it because it will definitely be fun and interesting. And it'll be a nice way to replenish the guild funds. Because obviously we don't have a whole lot of money.
Okay, so you mentioned that. Are there any other perks to joining Dialeport that you would want someone to know if they're maybe on the fence?
Yeah, it's like Cheers. Everybody knows your name. I shit you not. You only need to port around for minimum a month, and you can make a nut of about 120K. And from there, everybody's going to know who you are. And that's if you port religiously. I have found that the best porting times would be from 8:30 in the morning to 10:30 in the morning CST, and then you pick it up around 2 and 3 for the lunch rush, and then from 5 to 7 for the dinner rush is what I call it. So anywhere
those
from
real
there.
Things?
Well, those are my porting times when I was porting, and I was clearing about I want to. I'd say anywhere from 7 to 8 a day, roughly. If I was doing it right.
K or 100?
K. Why the fuck would I get up for 700-800? Come on now.
I was just making it clear. Someone else maybe had the question.
Yeah. I mean, and that's if I was doing good. I mean, if you're doing excellent and you have a short name, something easy to spell, you're the proper level, obviously you're going to make more. If you're 60, you're going to make probably an extra 3 to 4 on top of that because of suckers. If y'all would fix wins, that would be great. If you'd fix Sucker Row, Sucker Butcher, Sucker Piranha, that would be amazing.
You know what? I'm really glad you mentioned that because
broken.
it actually gives me a chance to mention this brand new thing we just added to P99 called the bug section, where you can go and report all these things that you're telling me about.
They've probably already been reported to the 10, so I don't bother dealing with that. I just like to bug you guys because I know that none of you deal with any of that stuff.
Yeah, none of us are devs. We can't fix any of that. It's like yelling at a brick wall.
Yeah, and I haven't talked to Nobog in probably like 6 months because he's been busy. So
Nobog does a lot. Nobog's been a very busy little angel.
Yes, and I don't know Haynar and the other dev.
You don't want to know Haynar. Haynar is terrifying.
And then
Haynar has a heart of
Rogan talks to
stone.
nobody, so he's like the little troll that could and does all that fun stuff.
The little troll that does. Wait, Braknar, is that you in chat saying not sure if serious?
This guy, he said, first time EQ guy, what class race? And I was not sure if he was serious.
Oh, I just want to make sure that's actually you.
That is me.
So that I don't hit the wrong, incorrect person.
How much commission does Tupakk get for being guild leader? I get no commission. I get no percents because I make enough money on my own that I don't need to steal from the guild coffers.
Does the guild ever get pissed off, like, at the open recruitment policy? Insofar as, like, oh my god, if there's all these people in the guild, then there's less people that will use me as a porter because they have more options.
No, because the reason is that there can never be enough people porting. So Dial-a-Port makes up the entire server population, right? But the entire server is not porting all at the same time because obviously other people want to be playing and doing things. So it kind of balances itself out where if, you know, say right now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 porters on, and the count for the server is 851. So we are less than 1% because, you know, you got to add in the bots and the EC tunnelers. We're less than 1% of the total server right now porting. So at any given time, we're between 4 and 8 porters on throughout the whole day. Obviously, when the server population gets low and it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, at a given time throughout the whole time zones, there's probably going to be like 1 or 2 porters on because we kind of lack in those areas. But no, I've never had an issue where anybody's ever complained that someone is stealing all of the ports. And the only place that you can really steal all the ports would be OT, but there's always other people at OT, and you can't be at OT all the time because obviously you have to port the people to come up to you. So you come up, you port, someone behind you comes up, ports, and it's kind of like a round robin. Obviously, if you have a complicated name like Fuji Maguji, nobody's going to fucking want to have you port them because they're not going to take the time to spell the name. Make your name short and simple. Don't use I's or L's like we just saw fucking Camping Bob over here.
I hate
trying to be sneaky.
Like
yeah, I mean, nobody's going to want to talk to you. And if you don't want to play, if you want to have a name that nobody can spell, don't play a multiplayer game.
Great name.
Yes, Camping Bob is a great second name.
I'm going to go be best friends with that guy now.
I mean, it's like having short guild tags. That also works, like SOTS, SOTS. I mean, you can who all anything. which it'd be nice if you guys fixed the who, because if you who dial, you know what you get? Zip. You got to put it in fucking quotation marks now. Not cool.
Again, that brand new section of the forum we just added.
So yeah, I mean, if you keep it short and simple, it's pretty easy. That's why the word taxi exists. It's fucking short. Hail a fucking taxi.
I mean,
They don't make it complicated for a reason.
I feel like cab. I don't know if cab or taxi came first, but I guess you can't yell cab though. It doesn't have the same oomph as yelling taxi. All right, I'll give you taxi.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You can have that one. Oh.
Although if you deleted all the other dials, that'd be great too. Also, shout out to Dial-A-Bum, who's a fucking bum, and I'm pretty sure was in the guild at one point. He's been up my butt for a while. It's always nice to shout out your stalkers.
Is that a guild or a person?
Oh, I don't know. Look at the forums. There's like 3 threads. I think Llandris did me a favor and combined 2 of them so that there weren't so many. But yeah, there's... All you gotta do is type in dial. I got like the top 6 rants and flames. If you want a forum quest, they're like 12, 15 pages long, so...
Yeah, I don't do the
it's
forum questing.
It's a lot to read through.
Forum questing is the devil.
It's amazing sometimes. I've been slacking lately.
I mean, at least you play, though.
Well, I try to, but, you know,
a lot of them don't even
it's
play.
hard.
They just shit up the forums.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to get into it sometimes. Like, every time I get on, somebody wants to talk to me, or nobody wants to play, but they want to play. So it's just you get on, and then you just talk to somebody for like an hour, and then they're like, "Yeah, I don't want to play." I'm like, you made me log in for nothing. Fuck, man.
Yeah, friends are the worst.
But the nice thing is that I'm in Dial-A-Port, so I can just turn my tag on whenever I want to, and boom.
I won't ask you for details if the answer is yes, but do you have other characters in other guilds, or is this pretty much just you do?
I do.
Right.
So I have. You want me to tell you?
If you want to, I was just gonna ask if you raid.
I do raid. Right now I'm raiding with Bloodguard. From Manasana and Willfight combined the 2 guilds that they were in.
Was that Veloci and Azure Guard people?
Yeah, that is Velocity Shift and AG people that decided to make a guild, which they've been pretty cool. Like, they're my night crew. All the things that I like to do at night, I pretty much do with them. And then my day crew is with a whole bunch of random people. We kind of formed our own little kill squad, which is on the secret hush hush. So
right, we won't tell anyone.
Name.
Right,
but we won't tell anyone. No, I won't say it out loud. Let's see. I'll tell you the guilds that make up the people, which is SOTS, with some of the hottest girls in the server. So if you want to check those girls out, you should do that. You got Paradox. We've got one from Paradigm Shift, I think. We got one from AG. And one's going to be in Aftermath soon, actually. Yeah. So it's our morning crew. You know, we like to do things early in the morning and get up before the server gets up, and you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about fighting anybody for anything. You just get up, do your thing. Bada bing, bada boom. And
basically, you're going for that worm.
Yep, pretty much. Do a lot of fun stuff. You know, try not to make any waves though, because some people get pissy if you make waves. So
no. I don't believe that about this community. People are
If our
very...
raid scene needs anything, it's more waves.
What's that?
But if our raid scene needs anything, it's more waves.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we try to be as low key as possible, but sometimes it comes out. Sky being one of them. That's always a fun. TOV last week. That was with a different kill squad, but that was still fun. Yeah, that's all I can think of off the top of my head.
All right, I'm gonna come back to you, but because I know you actually have an opinion that matters on this next thing. Braknar or yeah, Braknar. Back in the day, were you on staff when we had the class system for Kunark?
I think I barely.
Oh, the class system.
How did you feel about the class system back in Kunark?
Tupakk
No, you Braknar.
here for that. I just barely missed it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I was here for it. That was fun times.
Gotcha. Llandris, were you here for the class system? Oh no, you're here after Braknar, so you definitely weren't either.
Yeah. I mean,
All
my
right.
play character was, but not Llandris.
Did you have a play character that was in one of the guilds, in like that
I
was in the
did.
rotation, in Class R?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And Tupakk, can I ask if you were C or R? I won't ask which guild.
I was an anonymous at the time,
All right.
and we broke into C, and then I think we moved to R. This is way back. The Tupakk was only like 46. I was just breaking into like hate and fear, but the rest of the guild was raiding pretty good. That's when Karkle was at the helm, and he was doing a fantastic job.
Oh my god,
And
I forgot
then-
all about him. I remember him.
Yeah, and he was doing great. And then he handed it off, and it switched between like 3 or 4 people, and they kind of went below the radar for a while, and they've popped back up recently under, I don't even know who's holding it right now. I want to say it's Hawkeye, but don't quote me on that.
Okay. I
Or
won't.
maybe Anonymous. Not sure. Either way, whoever's leading it right now,
Someone's
They're-
leading it.
yeah, they're bringing it back up, and they're trying to pull themselves out of the gutter.
That's
pretty
good.
Cool.
That's very good. I don't like when guilds shrivel up and die.
Mm.
It makes me sad. I've seen a lot of that lately. Oh, can I fly? Yeah. Well, shit. How do you feel raid system compared then to now? I mean, I don't think the class system was perfect by any means.
No, I mean
But-
it wasn't perfect, but it helped. It helped keep the rotation. Now with the amount of mobs, it's kind of hard to keep that kind of rotation going. So, I don't think that it would work. And plus, the competition is always good. Obviously, you can't compete with AA unless you're in AA. I mean, I know CSG zergs a whole lot. Last week, I watched them pull 150-man CT, trained themselves a handful of times while they were killing CT, and still managed to kill CT. It was pretty dirty and it was gross, but they pulled it off. I don't know how they pulled it off. It was pretty interesting. So really, you don't need a whole lot of skill anymore. You just need the bodies, is what it seems. So with the racing in TOV, it's still racing, right?
No.
I thought it was racing. What do you guys do now?
I mean,
I thought you had to run.
I guess, but it's
Or did you
pretty
watch
much
that in-
instant pull and engage.
Yeah, but you still got to get there,
Well, yeah, because you can't be within the vicinity of a raid mob when it pops.
right? So
but,
so it's not a cough anymore. It's you got to run. You run and grab, right?
I mean, you can cough. People
Okay.
cough. I'm pretty sure people cough.
Yeah.
Some
All right.
stuff-
Well, then
some stuff is
cough and then bring
coughable.
it back. Yeah.
It's just whatever's faster and easier. I mean, if your tracker is a mage, obviously, your tracker can't get FTE.
Right.
So you have to be very careful where your mage is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, you can cough someone to a thing,
Right.
but there's
So,
no
I
like
mean, it's-
1 hour thing. So when you pull it, you better be
no,
ready.
that 1 hour
to pull
thing
it.
was bullshit. That was that was a CSG player made fucking cuckaroo right there. Yeah,
Cuckaroo.
cuckaroo. I laughed when I heard that. I was like, oh, that's just crazy, because then anybody could get FTE, and I mean anybody. When that rule came up, I had talked to the current Dialport guild leader about saying, let's start stealing FTEs and selling them, because it was an hour. That means that we had it for an hour, and if anybody else wanted it, they would have to pay for it, 1, or 2, wait an hour. And trust me, nobody on P99 wants to wait an hour, let alone they won't wait 5 minutes. I have been in so many groups where we've wiped because people are like, let's do this. I'm like, can we wait for some mana? We don't need mana. Okay. Off they go and pull. They bring back, where's my heal? Well, I've got 5% mana, so you're on your own. I'm going to camp. Have fun. But, yeah, I mean, like I said, with the amount of mobs, it's a healthy amount of competition if you want to play the AA game. If you don't, then you're just kind of at the lower mobs. So, I mean, I think the only other people that are competing with AA is Paradigm Shift right now. But, yeah, because CSG won't poop sock. So.
I see. Braknar, do you have any thoughts on the raid scene, past or present or future?
It sucks, and it's not an easy thing to fix.
All right, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
I mean, there is one way to fix it.
Just suspend everybody indefinitely?
Oh, I was going to say instances, but yeah, you could do that too.
Oh, don't be gross. We don't use language like that.
Is that on the no-no list?
That's on the big no-no list. That word offends me. What about you, Llandris? You got thoughts, past, present, future of the raid scene?
Like you were saying earlier, the class system wasn't perfect, but if something were to be implemented now, some guilds that left or players that left may come back.
Well, you said you were back in the day. You had a guild or a character in a guild that was in the class system, yeah?
Yep.
How did you feel about it as a player? Did you think it was fair? Did you think it made things too easy? Did you think it, like, what was your opinion as a player?
My opinion was that BDA ruined it for everybody.
See, I don't think they did.
Just kidding, no.
Eh.
I thought it was fair. I was in class R, so I mean, I didn't know much else, so.
Did you do any, did you join your guild after the class system existed, or were you already in that guild?
No, I joined after it existed.
Okay, so you don't have, like, a before the class system, this was life here.
No, right.
I see. Did you ever have any desire to, like, try to move up into Class C? Or were you pretty much, like, content?
Well, I liked the guild that I was in, so I didn't think about leaving it, and they weren't going to go Class C from what it seemed like, so.
If they had, as a guild, wanted to go Class C, would you have been, like, behind that?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, I like it. I just like to know. I like to know where people stand on these things.
I got people requesting that you were standing in one spot for too long.
You know, I got people that can request all kinds of things. I'm trying to... Whatever. I got distracted, alright? I'm going to go to the most
We'll
boringest
multitask.
place.
I'm over here making plat, and you're just sitting in one spot.
I don't make plat. I've transcended plat. I make bloomin' onions.
Yeah, I didn't get my gift card this year. What happened?
I think you have that backwards, sir. Pretty sure you owe 3 of us gift cards.
Oh.
Yeah, I just tripled it.
That just makes it seem like I pay for preference. I don't like that at all.
I mean, you say that, but I feel like me and Braknar and Llandris need some of those sweet bloomin' onions in our mouths. You just take us to Outback. It'll be fine. Get us each one, because we're not peasants. We're not going to share that shit.
That's fine. I got an Outback down here in Phoenix if you want to fly down. I know it's your most favorite city in the entire world.
I mean, how could I resist the smell of burnt piss in the morning? That's what I live for.
I'll put an air freshener next to your bed in the hotel for you.
Just line the street with them. Like, I mean, first of all, I don't ever want to ever go back to a place that's so goddamn hot that the store front awnings have, like, misters on them to spray the plant life, maybe. I don't even know what they're spraying. Just people, anything.
Yeah, it's to spray the people, and trust me, that water is not good for you.
No, I imagine it's probably helping contribute to whatever that god awful smell is every time I'm walking around.
Mm-hmm.
I can't deal with that. I'm telling you, I don't want to harp too much on your city, but
Oh, it's not my city yet. I've only been here for a month, roughly.
look,
Not yet.
I told you I stayed at that Hilton in downtown Phoenix, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go away from the bank that I was telling you about, there's like this burger place right on the corner. And they're supposed to be like fancy burgers or something. They take a long ass time to make, I'll tell you that.
Well, that means that they're good then.
Sure,
right?
but when you walk right outside, I'm pretty sure that black garbage can is the origin of the smell that is populating all of Phoenix. I don't know. I don't know what could have crawled in there and died to create that stench, but it was so awful.
So Sirken,
Yeah,
are
buddy.
you asking about the class system because you want to see that implemented sometime in the future?
Say
I'm
no.
asking about the class system because I know my opinion on it, and I've heard some other people's opinions on it, and some people have heard my opinions on it, but I would like other people to hear other staff members' opinions on it as well.
And me, because I'm not a staff member. Just so that you all know,
And
I'm
Tupakk.
not a staff member. For all you tinfoil hats out there, just a lonely little old man who helps run Dialport.
I cannot confirm or deny that you are a staff member.
God damn it.
Sorry. I gotta keep it real for the listeners.
Mm-hmm.
Can't just let you spout your bullshit. Let's see. Kind of staying on the same thing. I'll go with Braknar because you really didn't have an opinion on the last bit. What in your opinion would be like the ideal system if you could just wave a magic wand and things would be a certain way? What would that way be? Would it be just the system we have now, but people are just better, or, and by better I mean less shithead mentality of rule lawyer and finding ways to get away with things instead of just following the goddamn rules? Or some kind of system, be a class system, instances, rotations, what have you.
Well, yeah, I mean, if the sky's the limit, then it's absolutely wave the magic wand and make everyone be civil to each other, much like nearly the entire server was when both Awakened and Aftermath were suspended. So you can pretty much figure out where the commonality is there. But in reality, that's never going to happen. And so if there was a way we could feel yet give the top end guilds a place where they can rule lawyer and do their thing, but it does not affect or impact the rest of the server, that I think is the sweet spot. But how we get there, that's another question.
I hear that. That's why I had to do the magic wand clause.
Magic wand clause.
Yeah, saying, fuck realistic and what we can do and can't do. What would you do if you had a magic wand and could just Harry Potter it any way you wanted it to be?
So that great title for that, but yeah.
Oh, shit. And Llandris.
Yo.
What about you? If you had the magic Harry Potter wand and you could just make the raid scene any which way, what would you do to it? And I mean straight up magic. You could even say I'd keep it the same and I'd just make people get along better.
You see, I like the idea of instancing. I do. But I don't think it'll work on our server. I don't think,
Can I ask
know,
both
I
why
think-
you like it and why you think it would fail on P99?
I mean, I like it because just like how they like it on live. I mean, you can plan around your raids and, every Tuesday night is this, and I mean, I like that idea.
You like the idea of scheduling raids?
Yeah. I mean, I think it fits a lot of lifestyles. But I mean, we have a lot of players here that can devote a lot of time. So I think they like that competition and being the best of the best. So I think if that happened here, a lot of people would leave. At least
Yes, they would.
at least on the hardcore end. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Those poop sockers would have no reason to poop sock anymore.
There's no competition, and when I talk to these guild officers and guild leaders, they love the competition. So
yeah, no, they definitely do. Tupakk, you got thoughts and opinions?
I wish there was more competition on lower levels. Like, it seems obviously AA stacks TOV, and they pick up the Danes and the other high end targets, the KTs and the statues and the AOEs or AOWs.
They pick up all the AOEs.
And everything else is left to the lower guilds, but the lower guilds don't get to progress once they get up to
A certain point.
TOV.
Yeah.
Like they either they say fuck it and they join up, or they say screw it, we're gonna try to move in and fail horribly because they don't ever get a chance at it, or because they've never done it before, or they did it like 15 years ago and they think, oh hey, I can still do this. They fuck it up royally and then they get super pissed and then they just dip set. So, I mean, I think TOV would be great if the zone was bigger, or if you could pull to all of the exit points, or split it up. But it's such a hard zone to break into. So that's the other thing. And when you guys took away the binding, that was the other shitty part. What else? But yeah, I think competition is healthy to a certain degree. I mean, instances would be nice, but I think it'd be boring as fuck. And then anybody could rate it. So you wouldn't, again, that's where all the Zerg comes in. You wouldn't need a certain guild. You just need to throw bodies at it, which I think is pointless.
I mean, I don't disagree with you. I was not a fan of the binding in TOV personally. So I'm one of the people who are happy that's removed. But I hear you.
I thought it gave an interesting aspect to it, and being that you guys took it away, I thought was kind of shitty too. The same with the skipping stone. There's only a few things that you guys have like completely globally killed, and those two are the only ones that come to mind. Was the skipping stone and the binding stuff. I mean, obviously the suckering stuff, but that's not really taking away. You guys just kind of broke that, so that'll get fixed eventually.
Hadar.
Yeah. I'm not really worried about it. Like I said, I can maneuver around it. As far as if someone needs an actual sucker, I can just get on a tune that suckers. So
You just get on a tune that suckers.
I mean, three quarters of the ports that I do are just ring to ring, unless somebody wants me to run out to KC, and then I kindly say no.
Besides KC, are there other places you won't go to?
I will go to FOB if I know you. I will go to FOB if you offer up plat. I will go to FOB if I am feeling it. Most of the time I won't.
Generally not a fan.
Yeah, I don't go to City of Mist. I don't go to Seb. Even if you ask nicely and I know you. Just because they're a pain in the ass to get to and I always get lost. And I don't get lost going to Seb. I just don't have an idol on my main porter. I have an idol on my third string porter, but that's doing a whole bunch of account switching, and by the time I do all that, you can just run to the thing.
Right.
And where else? There really isn't a whole lot of far out places. If you're in Western Waste, Dragon Necropolis, or TOV, you can fucking hammer. So there really isn't if you can't hammer, you shouldn't be in those zones, honestly. Or VP. I don't. Obviously, I can't get into VP, but the same as your guys' rules. You guys won't go in and save someone from VP because if you can be in there, you should know how to get out.
Right. I mean, VP is designed the way it is on purpose. I mean, don't zone in if you don't know what you're doing. Same with Plane of Fear. If you zone into Plane of Fear and you can't get out, that's on you. It happens way more often than it should, to be real honest with you.
Does it even now?
Even now.
Wow.
Last week, even, I had a petition from someone who was like, I died in Plane of Fear and I can't get my corpse, help. And it's like, no, we don't help for that. Get a necro.
What if they let the corpse rot and then say that my corpse rotted, can you pop it for me? Do you check to see if they were in Plane of Fear and they just let that shit go?
If the corpse rots, I'll restore it. I'll restore it to East Commons just like I would any other rotted corpse.
Yeah. Do you give them a hard time at least for letting it go just because they were too lazy to get somebody out there?
No, I don't. If they're online and I move, like, I'll sub in the corpse and I'll move the character to East Commons. And if they're online, I just say, like, welcome back or something along those lines.
You're too nice.
Not anymore. Nice guy Sirken left, like, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I would give them hell. I'd be like, bitch, you just let that shit rot. You're going to wait another 7 days now. I got things to do.
A random zone. Some of their corpse to a random zone and just tell them, all right, now go find it.
Send it to Tox in like the smallest pool there.
You guys are awful.
Well, I mean, come on, they're abusing the system sometimes.
I mean, sure, but if
but that's why we're here, dude.
If they let their corpse rot, I mean, that's realistically that's like a 7-day suspension on themselves because they haven't played. And
yeah, but you know that half of these neckbeards have like 8 accounts with 8 tunes each, with at least 10, if not 15 60s. They don't care about that one tune that they use for that one raid once a week. I mean, come on. I think I have right now. I've got 3 accounts, all with full logins, with at least 1 good character on each. However that adds up to. So
math.
I mean, like I said, I have a few tunes that just sit for what they're supposed to do. Well, that is it.
I see. Braknar.
Yes.
Will you do me a favor for like, I mean, you can go as long as you want, but can you go on for at least 2 minutes about why RMT is bad while I get another tasty beverage? I'll be right back.
Yeah, so I guess for those that may or may not know, that's one of the main things I do for P99 is monitoring and banning RMTers. A lot of folks tend to ask, why do I do it? Do I really have a deep-seated hatred for RMTers? And to be honest, the answer is not really. The simple fact is that, this server was set up with the expectation that everyone has a somewhat level playing field, that it's decidedly not pay to win. And I kind of feel a lot of times that the folks that try to RMT are going around that. And so the reason is, so as far as why do not RMT, we catch people pretty often. It could be months after you've bought something and say you moved it through 3 different accounts and you traded it every time, and you went through the effort of deleting all the characters that it even touched. The unfortunate side effect is that's still all logged, and deleting a character does absolutely nothing to the logs. And so I tracked down sellers that passed items through like a dozen accounts once, thinking they were hiding their tracks, VPNing the whole way down. Well, those folks are sitting with their main accounts banned right now because it's really not that difficult to track down.
There's really nothing you can do with items that we can't see.
Now, do you guys do all that on the back end, or do you actually go through like?
No.
I know that there's like
Braknar
red
goes
forums
to
and
your
all that
house
stuff.
and he watches you at your computer. We don't
Fucking
fuck around
sneaky.
here.
Sneaky.
Yeah, it's serious shit.
How do you know they're RMT from Sonderbeast? You'd be surprised how many people just straight up will admit it when you go visible and you lock the character and you say you have 1 chance to come clean. How much people will talk?
Do you give them that one, or do you just say derp and out they go?
A lot of it really, really depends. Very few people, honestly, immediately will admit it. 9 times out of 10, it's, oh, well, my friend gave me this. And then the really great follow-ups are like, just, well, tell me about the friend. Where does he live in the country? What's his name? Or I guess name, you really we wouldn't know, but just you ask various bits of information. So this friend, what character did he have? What was his race? What was the level? What was the class? What were some mobs you guys killed together? There's lots of ways to poke holes in a lie, and that's usually what happens is after talking to them, and you poke some holes in the lie, then they're like, well, okay, I gave this guy some of my items on WoW, and he gave me stuff here, and I'm like, but here's the RMT rule. That's RMT. So,
Don't do
at any
it.
rate,
And your take on account sharing, because I know that there's been that big wave lately with people sharing and the IP gets flagged on the account. Is that something that you guys restore, or are you guys still on the no list?
So generally, if an account is shared, an actual RMT occurred on the account. So the account was used either to move items, to sell items, to buy items, to actually RMT. The account's gone. Period. End of story.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But if the account was shared and I can determine it was strictly shared through logins and whatnot, and I usually will tell the individual that I'm like, hey, tell them the name of the main the guy's main that was RMTing. I'm like, hey, do you know this person? Yeah, of course. I gave him my account, 2 months ago. And then I'm like, well, just so you know, he's banned for RMT. You can get this account back, but if I ever see him logging into this account again, it's going to be permanently banned. And I've had to go back and permanently ban some people after they didn't think we watched. And it's all of our logs are in an SQL database, so it is really not hard to make just a huge ass query that you paste in once a week, and if it gets a hit, that's a ban.
Yeah, I mean those logs don't go anywhere.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Now, how speaking of logs, I mean, how much actual data is gone through the server? I mean, you guys obviously the server runs on multiple servers, but how much data do you guys actually have pumping out each day? Do you guys know that? As far as size?
It's like 100, not even 100 gigs in total for our total logs.
What? Like total?
Total. I'm pretty sure. Like I have to go look. Like it's not maybe it's barely 100 gigs, or it might even be like 200 gigs. It's not nearly as much as I thought when you told me. I'm like, I was expecting like 1 tera or something, but it's not that much at all.
I guess when it's all text logs, it doesn't really.
And a lot of it's not even ASCII. There's a lot of just integers, and so that's even smaller. Yeah, it's not nearly as much as I had thought.
Don't do it.
Actually, take the most. Don't do it.
Don't RMT. Your thread will be flagged for Braknar, and you're not going to have a good time.
I mean, the buyers are the ones who get screwed the most. Because, I mean, first of all, you're a stupid person, you're going to have a hard life. Second of all, you're going to lose your money when you give it to that person. And then you're going to lose your in-game stuff. And not just what you bought. You're going to lose everything you ever had ever. Even the legit stuff. You're going to lose it. If you share accounts with a friend, guess what? You're probably going to get your friend banned too. Like it's not worth it. Just play the game. Play the game the way it's supposed to be played, like everybody else. Earn your stuff. Be proud of the stuff you do earn, and have fun playing the game.
A lot of the excuse that like a lot of people are saying, how they don't have the time nowadays, and they have more money than time, and
But
I
this
personally
ain't World of Warcraft. Not everyone's supposed to have the best everything. That's what makes everyone different and special and unique.
Fall into that latter category. I probably have more money than time nowadays, but you know what? I still never RMT'd as a player.
Let me tell you something. Most grown-ups have more money than time compared to like early 20s, late teens people. 19-year-old me, way more time than money. Now me, other way around.
So what's the most RMT'd item to date?
That's a hard question to answer because sometimes folks like to, air quote, launder money through items. They think they're being clever, I guess. It's like the most funny scheme I've seen where someone would drop a fungi, and the guy buying the plat would pick up the fungi, and then the guy buying the plat would give the seller the fungi back, and the seller would then give him 40K or whatever. And so they were like, "Look, it's a real trade," and I'm like, "Yeah, but we actually log those drops. We see you picked it up, and it's not an actual trade." And you know, then a lot of times the people just stop responding at that point, and then you know what's going on. But as far as the most RMT'd item, it's really hard to tell. Fungies are popular, just because.
My favorite. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I'll wait till you're done.
That's fine. I say just because you know they're so useful. But yeah.
My favorite RMT threads are like, no, I was just walking through West Freeport and I found like 600K worth of stuff on the ground. I totally found it legit. Yeah, okay.
How could that not be legit?
It's totally legit. I found it.
Happens all the time. Chat room people, I just want to say I'm so sorry I haven't been watching you guys at all. I don't know, you could have burned the whole place down and gotten away with it. That said, if you have questions, ask those questions. I promise I'll watch and I'll see them. Octowisp, Braknar pretty much answered it, but account sharing's fine if you somehow know for a fact that this person's never going to do anything horrible. But unless you know that, like, I wouldn't share account information. Like,
and that's another thing. Like, I can tell you how many times I've had someone come to the forums with a banned account that I'm like, hey, your buddy here, you know this guy? Yeah, he RMT'd. They're like, oh God, he would never RMT. There's no way in hell this guy would RMT. Like, Llandris is laughing because he's seen the forum petition threads where these guys will go on and go on. And they're like, oh, he never. And then, you know, a little bit of time goes by and they come back like, oh, I talked to him. Yeah, he admitted it. He did it. I'm like, well, there you go. So even as well as you know people, like, I still play P99 occasionally. I have never shared my player account credentials, nor will I, just because you never know.
Dialport has a strict policy against account sharing. Tupakk will kick you right the fuck out of that guild.
Yes, I will, because I don't account share at all.
Nope.
See, now I think I need to make a character name like Braknard and be like, and see if I can join Dialport.
I
seriously, totally not Braknar.
I can put in the MOTD, just don't invite anybody suspicious for the next week, and we just won't have any invites. So there's ways around that. The only way you'll get a tag is if you do it yourself, which is abuse.
No, he can wait you out. He's a goddamn ninja. He's in your house right now.
So that rogue that you're looking at, Sirken, she's sexy.
Kalani?
Kala.
Whatever. What does SOTS stand for?
That's a good question. That's another one of those you'll never find out unless you're in it guilds. And
Bullshit.
Luckily, okay. It took me a year to get in that guild, and I still don't know what it means. So, good luck.
Thank you.
You can use your magic, but I don't think it's going to work. I can hear you typing away.
You already have members in that guild. Infiltration.
Uh-huh. And who's your member? Because there's only like 6 of them.
You'll never know.
I'm going to ask this person right here. I want to know. I want to know the answers to their things.
Well, you can ask her.
I'm going to.
Or him. Or any of them that are in SOTS.
I'd be like, if you don't answer my question, I'm going to ban I'm going to ban you.
They're also watching the stream, so...
You don't know that.
I do know that because I'm talking to them in Discord about it.
I don't believe you.
Multitasking, man. I am
Yeah.
all over. Remember, you might be all over, but I am all over more. The entire server is my guild.
Oh, man. I don't know. You might have more people, but I believe in a network that's made more of quality than quantity.
You believe because you're a GM that you can just bully them.
I do not bully anyone ever, any of the time. Not once. Not once. I am a saint. There is a literal halo glowing above my head pretty much all the time.
So that nice guy Sirken came back then just immediately then?
No, evil Sirken beat the shit out of nice guy Sirken and took his halo, is what happened. I don't think they're going to tell me.
They won't tell you. Why would they tell you? They didn't tell me. If they won't tell me, the person that runs the server, Why would they tail you?
I'm not even gonna answer what you just said.
I have my fingers in all the pods. All the pods.
You could tell them you'll spawn a king for them if they tell you.
I'm not gonna spawn
still
anything
wouldn't.
for them.
They still wouldn't.
Do spawn it. I'm just saying, tell them you will.
Oh, lie. See, that would take away from my saintliness, Braknar. You weren't paying attention. I'm trying to earn my wings. I got questions. I got Octowisp asking, any idea to having an XP bonus weekend for Thanksgiving and or Christmas?
Probably not.
Well, aren't you just a negative Nancy?
You guys didn't do anything for last holiday, whatever it was.
Maybe we weren't feeling the holiday cheer last year. Did you ever think about that?
This year, Halloween, yeah. Nothing for Halloween.
Maybe
Nothing.
we put
I was
Christmas
sad.
lights up in the P99 office building this year. Maybe we're trying to take it a little bit more seriously.
Office building, huh? I would love to see pictures of that.
Oh, I don't think we're allowed to post pictures of the P99 office building.
Mm-hmm.
I will say,
I
was going to talk about this one time that Nilbog had me bring him coffee. I was able to see the view he has from his top floor office, and oh my god, it's nice.
I bet.
It is nice. Rogan and Nilbog have those top floor offices, corner offices, just across the building. They each have 2 corners.
But I did feel a little bad not doing anything for Halloween. I did kind of want to, but a lot of time. Of time.
Yeah, people don't always realize how much time it takes to set something like that up, though. And you don't want to half-ass it, because if you half-ass it, we all know from experience if something goes bad, you don't hear the end of it until forever.
So I really felt like I had to, do it right. So that's why I really had to do something last year. But this year,
You know what?
Feel like
I think
fucked it up so badly.
I think last year was great. All those haters can suck a big one.
I had very few haters. I'll be honest. I had way more positive responses from last year than negative.
Yeah, I mean, I think you did a bang up job. It flaked at the end, but you know what? They still had fun. It was crazy, and most of the people, what was it? I would probably say 95% actually got the item that they were supposed to from winning, because I know I did, which was a Ring of an Ancients on a bard of all things, which I still have on me because I'm too lazy to turn it in.
All right. I'm offering to cyber some dude if he tells me what SOTS means. That just happened. The offer was made. John Rad wants to know, when can we start seeing some 20 or 30-day raid suspensions? So here's the thing.
What?
I actually added a thing to the raid policy, the frequently asked questions about how we deal with punishments. And it does mention that we're going to start increasing the time for repeat offenders. So I do expect that to be a thing. The reason it didn't happen most recently is because those petitions came in before the rule was changed, or edited, or updated, or whatever you want to call it. And I'm not a crazy psycho person, so I don't retroactively apply rules. But moving forward, you should absolutely expect to see increased suspension times for guilds that repeatedly find themselves raid suspended.
Seriously?
Yeah, buddy.
No, I'm not talking to you. There's a guy in front of me called Nipple Sucker.
Is he in
Which one of y'all
SOTS?
are
Is he willing to cyber me for the information
Which one of you
that I
guys are
want?
screwing with me? Nobody just walks up to me and says, I want to join your guild.
Just invite him. Trust me. I'm
It's
not lying
legit.
at all.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
completely legit. That's how every guild joining process works.
And now his name just magically disappeared?
What?
Come on.
You're clearly on a different timeline, sir. You need
Uh-huh.
to get your shit together immediately. This is a family game, and I can't have you ranting and raving. Oh my god, I don't know if this guy's trolling me or not.
What did he say?
He's telling me his life story. But really, all I want to know is what, oh my god, is what SOTS stands for. It is imperative to my studies on land sharks and how best to protect all of Norath from said land sharks. Okay, now he'll understand how serious the situation is. I mentioned land sharks. Oh, where's my little
You
thing?
have questions stacking up in chat.
I know I'm trying so hard to be better with that.
Oh, hey, Skyless is in here. Can you please tell me if there will be any events in the Karanas or Kinos? Well, I can't answer that one.
All right.
But I know that that's an inside joke for you.
As far as I know, there are no events planned for any of the Karana zones, and there are definitely no events planned in Quanos, although it is one of my it's one of my favorite zones, and it's where my very first ever character started and was born and got to about level 4 before I rage quit and deleted him because I got griefed off my character by Holly Windstalker. Do you help that guy that does EQ lore videos on YouTube? I really don't. I don't do shit, actually. He makes awesome videos, and he asked me if I'd be willing to turn the tunnel into fire beetles one time, and I did. But other than that, like, I don't do shit. Like, I really don't do shit, and you guys should watch his videos because his videos are awesome. And there will be a link somewhere. I don't have one handy, but youtube.com/SirkenP99, it's going to have it will have a link in the description for his stuff. Because if you really haven't seen it, you need to. It's probably the best P99, EverQuest, whatever stuff on YouTube right now. Random repop put timers for Thanksgiving Day. Oh shit, I didn't even think about that. The earthquake happened on Thursday, so that means the repop's gonna be on Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
No way.
Yeah.
That's so amazing.
That makes sense. And you know those neckbeards are totally going to be eating turkey in one hand and mousing in the other.
Oh, God, please, if you're up there, don't let there be another earthquake before Thursday. Give me that.
So speaking of earthquakes...
No. We can't speak of earthquakes yet. Because, I'll tell you why. Happy Hands, not Mans, Happy Hands, he is cool. He spelled it with a Z. And he has a question. No, you know what? Screw that. I already did his thing. His thing was the Thanksgiving thing that blew my mind.
Oh.
Nybris is here. He wants to know if there will be a Best of the Best 2.0. I don't know. It's something that I definitely want to do, but it's something I planned on doing after Velius had been out for a while. But there's some things that I want to do. There's one thing specifically that I want to do first, and I was actually watching old YouTube videos on it, and I have proof now that it involves a lion and a tiger. And so I got to talk to Nobog to see what I can do with that and if he'd be willing to help me. But he always seems super willing to help as long as you tell him what you need. So I'm very hopeful that we could do that. I'd say there's maybe a 51% chance that it happens.
There's so much custom content that I've asked him to put in over the years, and he puts it in, and then it never goes anywhere. I can't tell you when the server finally goes custom content, it's going to blow everybody's mind. I can guarantee that. So much hilarity and stupid stuff. This is going to be crazy.
Eudanomia, when is Shark 2.0 having a housewarming? I don't know. I'm not a dev. I can't talk about that. I do know the devs have been super busy on Chardock 2.0 stuff. I would totally... actually, I don't know. You're a stranger. I don't do Thanksgiving with strangers. But otherwise, if I was in Hawaii, I would definitely hang out with you, Octo Wisp.
He doesn't do anything with anybody even when they're in the city. Asshole.
Why are you calling me out like that?
Because I have to. That's why I'm
busy. You were in the middle of downtown. I would have had to deal with traffic, and it would have been a whole pain in my ass.
Lyft, Dial-a-Port.
What, do I look like I'm made of money to you? I can't just give an Uber driver a bloomin' onion and be like, what, it's fine, just take it.
It's $5 to get from outside the city to downtown.
You don't even
killing me.
Outside the city to downtown for $5. It cost me $5 to get from damn Lakeshore Drive from Michigan Avenue.
Probably.
Can you tell me Karanas and Koinos?
He wants to buy a new keyboard. You think he's gonna Uber around downtown?
Hey, I liked my old. I had to leave my old clackety behind. I was kind of pissed.
Sirken, I made your stream and I made it great. Thank you, Burrito. I want you to know that myself and every guest I've had in the past and every guest I may have in the future, we are all eternally grateful to what you've done making
Not
this
me.
stream possible.
Nope.
Tupakk is entirely grateful for making his guild Dialport possible. Because without you and the influence provided by Dial a Dad, it's very possible that P99 would have never been graced with the guild that is Dialport. And so I know he doesn't want to say it in front of everybody, but I'll say it for him. He wants to thank you from the bottom of his Tupakkian heart. Is that about right? Is that about how you feel on it, Tupakk?
No, not.
No?
Negative.
Oh. So, all right, Tupakk, I got one last question for you, sir.
Only one.
Only
Shit,
one.
It's early.
Only one last question for you.
What's that?
If you could put a message in a bottle and throw it in the ocean that Rogan or Nilbog would find, what would that message say?
Look at my guide app.
Is that a real message?
Yes.
No, I mean, is that a real thing?
Yes.
All right, I could tell him that, but I mean, I could do that. You don't need to tell them that.
Okay.
Wait,
then
what was the
approve
question?
my guild app. My guide app. How about that?
Maybe your guide app is garbage. Did you ever think about
Maybe
that?
you're garbage.
You
Shit.
can't be a guide now.
I can say whatever I want until I'm a guide. Then I have
You
to.
can.
You know, actually, on Twitch, you can say whatever you want about staff members because it's not a P99 thing. We can't punish you on P99 for something you say on Twitch.
I think I might say it in the server too.
Well, no, and that's a different ballpark. I mean,
But I say it with love, so
I'm just
that counts, right?
staring at a wall. I need a spot where there's people doing things that are continuously a thing that is happening.
Well, you were in King Exit. I don't know why you're just staring at a wall now.
Because the SOTS people upset me.
So you're just gonna stare at them pulling?
I'm going to go see if I can camp the Pain Soul.
Good luck with that. Speaking of Pain Soul,
Let's speak
So-
about the Pain Soul.
I heard
What'd you heard?
through a few people that you restored a Pain Soul medallion not too long ago, like
Live
last
on
Petition
stream,
Quest.
I do believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up with that? He didn't loot it. There's no chance that you knew that he missed the loot. I want to know why
Oh,
you
we
gave
know
him
everything.
that. I
Because
do know everything.
we looked up the mob and we saw
Yes.
that it was not looted by anybody and that he killed it, and he gave us a story as to why he was unable to loot it, and we saw that it rotted with the mob, so there was no harm in restoring to him an item that drops 100% of the time.
Well, just so that you know, I gave
Let me
him so
know a
much
thing.
shit. Yeah, I had a field day with that conversation because he was so excited. I think he'd been at it for like 15 hours over a couple of days. I don't know. You probably have all the information too, so I'm just reiterating. But he got into Discord and was chatting it all up because he was like, "Oh my god, I finally got it! It's amazing!" And then he forgot to loot the corpse, and he QQ'd for like a half hour. And then I laid into him that nobody would restore it because he's a dumbass, which I said it nicely, but I'm going to say it like that because why not? And then a week later, I heard that you restored it, and I was like, God damn it. Now I have to hear him say, Tupakk was wrong.
See, that's because we've infiltrated your Discord, and so Sirken saw all that, and that's why he did the restore.
That's what I figured. I figured you guys did it because I told him no, which is another reason why I'm not on staff. And I'm not a guide, because if I was, that wouldn't have happened.
I mean, well, you're clearly a troublemaker. It seems like we made a good decision.
Yeah.
I'm not a troublemaker. I'm just an opinionated person.
You're like the
What do
picture
you want?
that comes up when you Wikipedia troublemaker.
No. Yeah, what are you hungry for?
You gotta be nice once in a while, Tupakk.
I am nice. Once in a while.
To be a guide, I mean. Can't just
Well,
be a
you can
dick
have two
all the time.
personas. You can have a straight to the point, I'm a guide persona, and then you can have a fuck you persona as you play. Although I don't really know that many. I think I know 2 people that are guides and play still. And I'm not going to name names. So,
Well, considering other than the people here, there are literally 2 other guides that
Yeah,
are
I was gonna
currently
say
on
you
staff.
kind of eliminated it there.
well, there's only 2 other people that we're not talking to. So, yeah, I guess that's true, isn't it? That hurt. You bit my shin.
Barely.
Yeah. Your teeth touched my shin. It hurt.
People shouldn't be biting. Grown-ups shouldn't be biting other grown-ups.
Sirken said grown-ups shouldn't be biting other grown-ups. There might have been. Be careful, you're talking pretty loud. People are start hearing you.
I'll talk to her. I'll talk to her
You wanna
right
talk
now.
to her?
I'll tell her not to bite you if you need me to.
No, I'm good.
Like, look, unless you plan on also skinning him and make a backpack for the rest of his parts, you can't just pick and eat a little bit of him. You need to use all of him. We're not going to be wasteful people here. I'm big on not wasting the people that you eat.
When did you turn into a Mr. Cannibal?
Time on Skagos.
Hmm.
Oh, I got jokes.
For days.
Well, I've got stupid, nerdy Game of Thrones jokes.
I don't watch Game of Thrones, so it would go right over my head.
That's fine. I don't even think Skagos is in the show.
I don't even know who that is.
It's a place.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's fine. Even,
Is that your happy place?
no, I think they
Is that
eat
where you
people
go
there.
to get rid of evil Sirken?
I told you, I'm the 4th Sirken.
I'm sorry.
The first 3,
Evil Sirken the 4th.
the first one lasted the longest. The rest of the staff is taking bets on how long I'm going to last. I'm pretty sure the guy that's acting as the 3rd Braknar will be the 5th Sirken. It really gets kind of complicated to keep track of, actually.
Apparently, Dick Lover 5000 would like you to come to Ogok. Sorry, the name just kind of popped up in my chat. I can't help it.
I hate everything
I wonder
so
what he
much.
wants.
So I'm not going to go to
Do what he
Ogok.
wants.
Ogok is for stupid ogres.
Hey, does somebody train the griffin there, or is it just
No, it's
charm?
a pet.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's a
Summon monster
Summon,
thingy thing.
yeah.
Let's not take away from the fact that Sirken is horrible at Quiplash. Wow. If someone wants to ban him for that, I'm okay with it.
What's Quiplash?
Quiplash is a game where I demonstrate my prowess as a human being by oppressing everyone else who tries to play against me. And Trout Jerky here, he's had a few good nights, and because he's had a few good nights when I had a few off nights, he thinks that he is a god among men when it comes to Quiplash, but he's not. He's not. He's just another peasant waiting to get eaten by land sharks.
That game sounds complicated.
No, it's like name another word for a thing, and then you come up with something, and it's kind of like it's
You have
kind
to
of
be
like
quippy.
cards. It's kind of like Cards Against Humanity, but without the cards, and it's online, and it's 2
Less
people,
humanity.
and then everybody else votes, and the audience can vote because it's got twitchy things. So it's a nice little thing. It's fun. You can get people involved, and it sucks when you have some one piece of shit come in and ruin it with racist stuff or whatever. But for the most part, it's just a lot of who can pander to the audience better, and when it comes to pandering, I'm number 1.
So, speaking of different games, have you played that Power Rangers game yet?
Oh my god, dude.
You have, haven't you?
No, I
You
haven't.
should.
I play
It's pretty
other
awesome.
horrible games.
It's pretty cool.
I'm not playing Power Rangers. I'm
It's-
not gonna
it's
play
an
Power
amazing
Rangers
game.
with you. I'm sorry. It's not gonna happen.
Oh, it's not play with. It's totally you just fight other people. It's pretty cool.
Look,
It's like
Trout
side
Jerky.
scroll.
Look, hold on.
Side-scroll fighting.
Trout Jerky, let me tell you something. Just because 1 or 2 nights Allen Iverson scores more points than Michael Jordan does not make Allen Iverson better than Michael Jordan. It just means Allen Iverson had a good night. That's all it means. You're the Allen Iverson of Quiplash. Whatever. You know what? You're goddamn Kalal Iverskin now. That's who you are to me. Oh, god damn it. God
Wait, is
damn it.
Trout Jerk fucking Kolal?
Maybe.
Another Dial-A-Dad dick?
What?
Yup.
Sorry, I might have just doxed you.
Yeah. I'll add that to my list.
Added.
Database for everything.
Mm-hmm. Because you're a staff member, so
God damn
you know how that goes.
No, I'm not a staff member. I'm not associated with P99 yet.
For sure, Kung Fu's. I'm keeping it classic. Oh shit, Llandris found me. Oh shit, Llandris, Braknar, Tupakk, any of you fine gentlemen have any anything you'd want to say? Did I forget anything? Did I leave anything out?
I don't think so. I don't know. We've talked about a lot all over the place.
We've been up and down the map and the board a couple times.
Do you want mac and cheese and hot dogs? Okay. Right. No, it's 10 o'clock. I have no interest in cooking a big meal. Not really. I'm just kind of sitting here.
Does he know that's going on the stream?
I do. I don't really care. Like I said, I'm an open book man.
Okay.
What's that, dear? No, that's pretty easy.
Hey, do me a favor.
What?
Ask her how she feels about lasagna tacos.
Sirken wants to know how you feel about lasagna tacos. She smiled and looked at me all weird.
What is a lasagna taco?
She doesn't know what a lasagna taco is.
What does she think a lasagna taco is?
Okay, what do you think a lasagna taco is? You should ask her what a steak sandwich is to her.
No, baby
You
steps.
get a-
Fuck off, because that is what a steak sandwich is.
No,
You hear
I'm
that
not.
anger?
I hear it. I'm not trying to make fun of her. You're making fun of her. I am doing
My
science.
legs are flipped upside down and you think it's funny.
Can't help it. It's a sore
World is
subject.
shattered.
He still is. He said you didn't answer his question.
I don't fucking know what a lasagna taco is.
All right. Well, there you
If it
go.
lasagna was taco shells, I would eat the shit out of that.
That's
There you
exactly what it is. It's
said that's
lasagna
exactly
wrapped
what
up
it
in a
is.
goddamn taco thing. A tortilla, a
Lasagna
shell,
wrapped
whatever
up
you
in a
want.
Goddamn taco thing, tortilla shell, hard shell, whatever you want.
Be better with the soft shell.
It is better with a soft shell because then you can wrap it up and take it with you. It's handheld lasagna.
Do you know that?
He said it's handheld lasagna. It's amazing.
It's like a Game Boy but food.
Do you know that?
He said it's like a Game Boy but food. She's questioning your word phrasing.
She's probably just had her mind blown and thinks I'm a genius. She's probably wondering where she can buy my book.
Oh, you have a book.
It's
Please,
coming.
Please link it.
Look. One day I'll be off staff and I'll write a book.
Tacos with strips of bacon in it.
Yeah, you told me that.
Is she making tacos? What's the deal? How did we start talking
No.
about tacos?
You brought up tacos. I said I was gonna make mac and cheese with hot dogs.
You know what? That does sound like something I'd bring up. It also sounds like a good idea.
But we did have enchiladas for breakfast this morning, so.
Oh, I'm a little jealous, I'm not gonna lie. I had pasta for the first time in like 2 years. I didn't realize.
What is wrong with you? Why would you not eat pasta?
I just
2 years.
forgot about it, I guess.
You forget about a staple?
I don't know. I don't even know what's wrong with my life. I just binge on things. I discovered I can make breakfast burritos one day, and so I binged on those, and then I was like, holy shit, lasagna tacos. Someone I used to talk to was like, lasagna tacos, and it blew my mind, so I did it at home. It was easy. It was easy as making lasagna and getting some tortillas. Good night.
Oh no, she's just going outside. She's been sitting on the
Oh.
patio drinking.
I thought that was a good night.
No.
Oh,
Sounds like
I
a good
feel
thing
like-
to do in Arizona.
No,
it is.
it
It's
doesn't.
pretty nice out right now. He doesn't like the smell of Arizona,
Exactly.
but my side of town doesn't smell like burnt pee-pee, so
I feel like you class it up by calling it sun-dried urine instead of just burnt piss. I'm sorry your city smells like burnt piss. So yeah, I'm good. I think we're done. I think we're done here. I think it's time to
What?
wrap
No,
it
we're
up.
not.
I think
we
so.
got hours. Come on.
Didn't we
You haven't-
start like
you
2
haven't-
hours ago? I feel like we
You
started just
haven't had
about
a
2
good
hours
long
ago.
stream in a while.
I mean, you say that, but you can't overdo a thing.
Anytime that I am not on stream, that means that you're not doing it right. How about that? Because I make the stream. The people come to hear me. All 74 of them.
I see. All right, well, listen, how about this? Oh, man. Llandris, Braknar, do you have to go? What are you guys doing? What's your night look like?
I'm fine at the moment.
You're fine at the moment?
I'll probably be leaving here soon.
All right, here's what I do. I hate all of you guys. We're going to take a small break. You guys can stick around if you want. I'm going to run the exit thing, and then we'll be right back after that. It'll be like 2 or 3 minutes. Cool. So if you guys need to drink or smoke or bathroom or feed or your dog or plants or spouses, kids, upstairs people, whatever you gotta do, now's the time to do those things. Thanks for watching, and like I said, if you're watching live, we'll be back in a couple minutes. If you're not watching live, I'm sorry, this is gonna be the end for you. Super fancy exclusive content just for the Twitch nerds.